Hey, how you doing? It's your boy Amateur Overlord coming to you live and direct. Gotta remember the camera's over there. Went to that last video, my eyes was all over the place. It's because I'm here in front of the window, and then sometimes whatever's happening outside is more interesting than looking at a screen. But that's neither here nor there. The reason I'm messaging you or talking with you today is because of some breaking news. In the world of hip hop, if you're a hip hop listener, 21 Savage, a well-known recording artist living out of Atlanta, apparently the ICE, the immigration folks, the ones that was locking people up in cages, the kids, the little Latino kids from Mexico and other parts of Central America, they're on to him because apparently he's overstayed his visa. Now, I empathize with this guy. I had a green card, so I know what it's like to be in that situation where you're more American than British, and you just end up in a situation where obviously he ended up there, and yeah, it's just one of those weird things. I don't know what's gonna happen to him. They'll probably try and deport him. I just thought it was funny that they and everyone in the UK they're being kind of like messed up about it. They're making all these like jokes and situations. Like his whole life, everything that he knows as of right now is there, and he might get snatched away from it. That's gonna affect his funds. It's gonna affect the way he lives. They've deported a few. They tried to do the same exact thing to Slick Rick. If y'all old enough to know about Slick Rick, and Slick Rick, if I'm not mistaken, is from South London. So Slick Rick is British too. After Shine, this music's a bit loud. After Shine had his case with Diddy, they deported him, sent him back to Belize. They came for 21 after he made that track with J. Cole. People are saying like after he started to be more conscious and started talking about like social issues, what's happening up there in Flint, Michigan and whatnot. They said that's when they came after him. Like when he was just talking about getting drunk and getting high or being ignorant, like everyone was leaving him alone. Could be that. You know, doesn't fit the narrative. I doubt we'll get a pardon out of Donald Trump or whatever, or an extended stay or whatever you want to stay, or letting him process his application. The messed up thing is if he'd have married Amber Rose, he'd be on his way to citizenship, or if he'd have married any American woman. But I imagine with his kind of money, he could probably find a good lawyer, like better than what Slick Rick could do back when they was trying to move him out. I mean, Slick Rick is a hip hop icon, heavyweight. Like if it wasn't for Slick Rick, Nas wouldn't exist. Nas wouldn't exist if it wasn't for Slick Rick. Biggie Smalls wouldn't exist if it wasn't for Slick Rick. Slick Rick's style of rap, where he would be talking about something in colorful detail in a storybook kind of way. If you hear like the way Nas and a lot of the way that Biggie Smalls used to do it, came from Slick Rick, and Slick Rick is British. Hip hop in general, like I've always said, it's generally an Afro-Caribbean invention. Most of the godfathers of hip hop are descendants of Bayesian, Jamaican, Trini parents, and that's kind of how. And then they ended up in New York, and then as a result of that, we got hip hop mixed that with some of the Puerto Ricans in that style, and you get reggaeton. I feel for 21 Savage. I digress slightly, obviously, just there, but I feel for 21 because I know what it's like. I know what it's like when I go back to California. No matter where I'm from, where my family is, I'm American. When I'm there, like I tell everybody, like my spirit lives there. When I go back to California and I'm just riding through the Bay, and I'm with my boys, my boy Dave and my boy Abe, like these dudes I grew up with, like. These guys, like, they know me from when I was just like, when I was nothing, like from when we was like early teens. And when I'm there with my boys like that, and I'm in that environment, and I'm in the weather and the food, and I go see my pops or whatever, I'm just like, that's me. That's where I'm from. That's who I am. I rep my Oakland, California Raiders hat. Truthfully, when I was there, I was more of a Niners fan, but I got mad love for the Bay, and people in the Bay love the Bay. You could be from Frisco, you could be from Oakland, you still wear your Warriors jersey, because we all love the town. And although they play out of, it says the town on their shirt, it's obviously, town business. It's like Oakland, or the city. Anyway, it says the city on their shirt. Anyway, Bay Area is Bay Area. We love it, man. It is what it is. We got mad love in the Bay. 510-408-415. all the area codes, 925 if you're up there. Just, just people know what those things mean. Yeah, is it 650? I'm trying to remember all of them. But yeah, we know where we from. We know what's good. I feel for 21 again out there in Atlanta, hot Atlanta. Like, that's who he is. That's how he's living right now. And I don't think they should mess with him. I think they should give him a stay. He's added to the economy in a positive way, in the same way a Google or a Yahoo would. Like, he's done a lot for that community. Even Killer Mike, watch Trigger Warning on Netflix. Killer Mike, y'all. Oh, some of the things that guy, when he philosophizes, man, when he drops that knowledge on people, I'm just like, yeah, the Killer Mike gave me a perspective on the black experience that I had never had before, and I was like, you know what, he's right. Not just the Trigger Warning show, which I think is just, I think a lot of what he does in Trigger Warning is he does it to be provocative. He's just trying to provoke the conversation through provocative behavior, and I respect it. It does what it's supposed to do. It does what it says on the box. I would love to try some Cripple Cola. I grew up around guys like that. Not like real thugged out guys. These are like low level. I knew a few Crips in high school, a couple Bloods, a couple Norteños and Serranos and them guys, them Latino gangsters. But they weren't. If they was doing big things, I wasn't seeing it. These guys were just like the younger kids of some upper level gangsters. This is way back when I was a youngster. But anyway, that's another story for another day. Anyway, what's your thoughts on 21 Savage? Does he deserve to be hemmed up right now? Does he deserve to be detained? Does he deserve to have his life upended because of decisions that obviously, perhaps, someone else made? He's lost a lot. He's given a lot. America claimed one of his siblings, America's the land of immigrants. Unless you were Native American, all y'all's is immigrants. And it's messed up how people get treated there sometimes. And I really, shout out, go to 21 Savage and his peoples, man. I don't think everyone out here should be making fun of him or whatever for their situations. Some of y'all out here in London right now making fun of him and you ain't even got a British passport. So, yeah, you think about that, okay? Like, where you living? Let immigration find you. Hostile environment. They had folks that came over here at the request of the British government, called them the Winless Generation, and they were sending them packing. These fools have been here since the 1950s, 1960s, and at the drop of the hat, they were told they were practically stateless or had to go back to countries they had no memory or any foundations in. Like, that's heartless. You shouldn't just be able to do that to people. This world we live in is made up of imaginary lines that we call borders, and that's that. Anyway, I'm done. I thank you for listening today. I thank you for tuning in as you do. I am your host, Amateur Overlord. Do something positive. Do something positive. I'm going to try to be more of a mentor and talk about current events here and there, but I want to help people out who need help, and that's probably like the main focus and goal of what I want this to be. Again, still finding our feet. I know it's like a year or two in or whatever, and I'm still doing it, but I got a life outside of this. Y'all recognize that. Shout out to my homegirl, Brittany McGee. She is an excellent, she does knitting and crocheting. She's top drawer. If y'all want to know more about what she does, she's out in NYC. She is like amazing at what she does, and if you can donate to what she does, to anything, like at my homegirl Shannon, she's an artist in London. It's another person that needs to get bigged up. If you're doing anything positive, I'll big you up. All right? I got family members that's doing big things, starting businesses and whatnot. It's time for us to shine. People ain't gonna hand it to us. You gotta go out there and get it. So again, mad love. I am Amateur Overlord, and I'm signing out. Peace.